hell were you thinking?
What?
Did you destroy Fagenbacher's tow trucks?
Who told you that?
Fagenbacher!
You talked to him? This feels like a family issue. I'm just gonna...
Stay! Wait, were you in on it too?
And on what?
Ruben!
It was his idea.
Mandy simply could not wrap her head around her husband's reckless stunt. He had poured bleach into 2 of Fagenbacher's trucks, causing thousands of dollars worth of property damage, an act serious enough to land him behind bars. Georgie, however, remained eerily calm. He admitted that the idea had been his all along, but he was convinced that Fagenbacher had no proof whatsoever to pin it on him. At the dinner table, Georgie's mother-in-law tore into him for the foolish act of destroying someone else's property. Georgie argued that it had been a necessary move, the only option he had, a carefully calculated game of wits. He even felt a sense of pride over what he had done. But in the eyes of his family, he was nothing more than a reckless gambler who never thought about the consequences. Meanwhile, Mandy was pouring her heart out to her father. She could not forgive her husband for being so foolish, for failing to think about her and their child Sissy and the future they shared.
If my husband is doing something stupid, I want to know.
As a husband who's done his fair share of stupid stuff, you really don't.
As someone who had been around the block, Mandy's father offered an explanation from a man's perspective. He told his daughter that men sometimes do crazy, risky things when trying to provide for their families. Such actions might be foolish, but their motivations were understandable. He was being foolish for the sake of his family. With his way with words, Mandy's father redefined Georgie's actions as a case of foolishness with good intentions. This line of reasoning soothed Mandy's frayed nerves, if only for the time being. The real crisis, however, was brewing with Ruben. He told Georgie that he had had enough of all the chaos. He suggested that they sell their shop to Fagenbacher and get out of the mess once and for all. The proposal felt like a betrayal to Georgie. He could not bring himself to accept it. He still had grand plans in motion, and taking out the trucks had only been the first phase. Furious at Ruben for not seeing his vision, Georgie demanded to know what Ruben really wanted.
To not go bankrupt. To not go to jail. And the next time I'm in a hearse, I want to be dead.
In that moment, their conflicting business philosophies clashed head-on. Georgie was living in a fantasy of what the future could be, convinced that one day they would be rich beyond their wildest dreams and Ruben would thank him for it. But Ruben was crushed under the weight of harsh reality. He believed that the biggest mistake he had ever made was choosing to trust Georgie in the first place.
You know what? I'm wrong. It's not your fault. It's my fault for listening to you. It's okay. I forgive him.
The argument tore their partnership apart completely. Now, Georgie's grand dream of building an empire was one he would have to chase all on his own.